Hello, this is Mr. Huff, and I want to show you some essential actions on Revit. So I would suggest that you follow along and actually do this. Make a playground folder and a junk file to try some things out. So what I would start with is go to use Windows and the letter E to open File Explorer, and then go to your documents. And mine's really full because I've been using this computer a long time. But I have a folder called My Revit Projects. You want to have a folder for each project where everything for that folder goes into the same place. So in My Revit Projects here, I'm going to add a folder and I'm going to call it Junk Files or Junk Project. Yeah. And basically, to me, what a junk project is a place to try things out without interfering with an actual project that I'm working on, for instance, the affordable home project. Okay? So once you open Revit, you're going to click on New, and we want to make sure we're selecting Imperial and then Architectural Template. This is the one we need to use. This is going to default everything to feet and inches, and it's going to leave out the construction elements. This is only the architectural portion, which is what we're interested in. And we're going to click OK, and it's going to start a new project. Right off the bat, after it loads, you'll notice that I like to keep my project browser on the right side and my properties explorer on the left side. So I just drag the project browser to the right so I can see these more easily. Okay. Once it opens, I'm going to go ahead and before I do anything, I'm going to do File and Save, and I'm going to go to that folder I just made. So this is in My Revit Projects, and I'm looking for that one called Junk Project, and I'm going to call this Junk, and we'll put A. Okay, so this is the name of my project. Now I've already got that started, so now when I save it, everything's going to go in there. Keep in mind, Revit does not automatically save things for you. It will periodically pop up a reminder, but keep in mind it is not going to do that for you, so it's real easy to lose stuff. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to add some walls. So we're on the Architecture tab, and I'm going to click on the Wall button. Keep an eye on this little bar here. This little green bar will get you every now and then. There will be some setting in here, so it's checked or unchecked, and it will make your life miserable until you figure out what's going on. So I'm going to use a 2-point rectangle, and right now you can see it's going up to 20 feet tall. I'm going to connect this not at the top, but at level 2. So I want it to go from level 1 to level 2, and that's going to set the height. If you forget to do this, it's okay. So we're going to draw a few walls here. So I'm going to put the wall here and put the wall here and put a wall here. So I've got some walls done. Okay. So the next thing I want to show you how to do is switch to 3D view. So if you click on this little house up here, you can see the three-dimensional view here. Let's do a couple of things down here. We can adjust the view level. We're going to make it fine, and I like to use shaded or maybe realistic, so you can choose whatever one you want. Let's just stick with shaded for now. Notice that it added right here 3D view, and you'll double click on that to go to that. We're going to go back to the floor plan. All right, next thing I want to do is I have these. I want to add, let's say, a door. So I'm going to go click on door. And right here, it has a single flush 36 by 84. Click on the drop down. You'll see several doors to choose from. I'm going to use a 3-foot wide by 80-inch tall door here. And then you just go click on walls where you want it. Okay, so I'm going to zoom in on that so you can see what's happening. Notice you have these little arrows. You can click on those and switch the direction of the door like that. So you just click everywhere you want a door. So I'm just going to put some random doors here because after all, this is a junk file. We're not actually doing anything. So I'm just going to make sure you can get into every space. So we're going to add a door here and add a door here, and then we'll have some doors on the outside. All right, so we've got plenty of doors on our spaces. Let's add some windows in. So I need to switch to Windows, press Escape, and we're going to go to Architecture and point at Windows. Notice that it gives you, oh, and it popped up off the screen. Let me direct your attention to the pop-up WN. Notice it says WN. And if you type the letters WN, it will switch to the Windows tool. Those little keyboard shortcuts are amazing as you go along. Again, keep in mind you have this little green line here to watch for. And we have a fixed window, so let's look at the drop down here, and we can choose some other windows. So I'm going to choose a 48 by 60 window, and we're going to go drop those in. Same way as with the doors, you just click where you want them. So we're going to throw some windows in here around the outside. Again, notice you can click on these little arrows to switch them between inside and outside. So if you click it in the wrong place, that's how you fix it. So that's how to add windows. All right, so I'm going to hit escape a couple of times. And now we want to add some components. So right now mine's selecting a desk. If you click on the drop down here, you'll see it has a lot of desks and that sort of thing. So we're going to just go drop some desks in here. Another thing you'll have to do is if you want to add something like a component that's not listed here, you need to add a family. So let me hit escape a couple of times. In order to load a family, there's a couple of ways to do it, but the easiest way is to go click on the menu item insert. And then notice here it has load family. So we're going to use that. And be careful about navigating around in here. It's going to be in libraries, and mine says English Imperial. And then you can go through here and look for things. Let's say that we needed some furniture. And I wanted to get some storage, so we just go look at that. And these RFAs are REVIT families. So I'm going to go get file cabinets. Now let's get a credenza. Okay, so we've got a credenza here. Click on open. Sometimes it'll pop up a little menu that says, here's all the different sizes. If you have only one or two sizes you're going to use, go ahead and choose those instead of loading the whole family in, because it's adding volume to your plan. So let's go look at architecture now and component, and we should be able to see credenza is now a selection. So if you click on this drop down, you can see everything that you can choose, including this credenza. So we're going to drop the credenzas out here. So here's some credenzas, and we'll just put those around. Okay. Again, with furniture, you can go in here and rotate it and all that kind of thing. When you're done, you should be able to see your work in the 3D mode. So you can see all of the work we've done here. Another thing you'll need to do is add flooring and roofs and ceilings. I'll make a separate video for that. This will get you started on what you need to do for the floor plan. All right, that's all I have for now.